Hi, I'm Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style, coming to answer your colour and style questions. Often we find blogs about elegance that state that we should never wear fabrics that crush. I wear a lot of linen. Of course, this crushes terribly. Other than synthetics, could you suggest fabrics that look pressed when wearing? So what's interesting about this is crushed can work really well for some people. So I think smooth fabrics work better for people who have smoother hair and smoother skin. So if you are all smooth, then a really crushed fabric, it looks obviously crushed. It doesn't look natural on you. But if you have quite textured hair or more textured skin, you'll actually find that crushed fabric can work quite well for you because we're creating harmony. Everything we're doing is creating harmony. So I've just talked about creating harmony as far as your colours go with you. Now we're talking about creating harmony with those fabrics with you. So if you're thinking about if we have that textural appearance in our hair or our skin, then a more textural appearance in our clothes works really well. So I would say that, and this is probably why that linen has been more traditionally seen as a fabric for older women. And as we get older, hair tends to get more textured, but also too is skin gets more textured. So that is something to think about. But if you happen to be a smoother person, you find that you put on the linen and it just crushes and it looks bad really fast, you could think about having a linen, maybe viscose mix or something like that. And this is where you'll find that there is no natural fibre that does not crush. It's just the way of the world. Maybe, wool, but even wool kind of crushes to a certain extent. And plus, we can't wear wool all year round. And linen, if I'm thinking, is a summer fabric. But so when we think about fabrics, that it's often in those synthetics that we are with that, the synthetics actually give a more practical bent to our clothes, and this is where less crushing happens. This is why the non-iron men's shirts are always a cotton plus polyester mix. So this is where some viscose or something like that, or a mix, and you might have 70% your natural fiber, but 30% of a synthetic, that will actually give it a less need to iron and less hard to crush sort of fabric. I mean, there are things like bamboo, which is a natural fibre, but it has got to be spun. So to create a fibre from bamboo, they have to kind of do some synthetic stuff to it to turn it into a cellulose. And the same as viscose, it's a wood pulp, but they still do have to kind of put it through some synthetic processes to create those fibres. But they can be very soft and comfortable and crush less depending on what they're mixed with as well. So I would be thinking about, A, is just crushed work for me naturally anyway, and if it does, just embrace that, keep wearing your linen. Ignore what those blogs say. That's just one person's opinion. And B, if you really don't like the crushed, then look for some sort of mix of your natural fibre plus a small amount of synthetic. That will actually mean that it does not crush so easily and looks smoother and smarter all the time.